Hello and welcome. Today I'm here at the Smarter E India Expo that is happening at Gandhinagar in Gujarat. And I'm here at the Pixon Energy stall, which is a leading solar module and encapsulant manufacturer company. And I'm having with me Mr. Rajendra Kankal. He's the CEO of Pixon Energy. So welcome and thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you tell our viewers about Pixon Energy and its current position in the Indian market?
Right. So Pixon Energy, that way is a old name, reputed name. This company was started in 2019-20 for manufacturing of the solar modules, where there were not so many players, and Pixon was one of the very few early starters in the solar module manufacturing. So right now what we have is 550 megawatt of a monopuck line, and then we have now newly commissioned 1 gigawatt of a TOPCon line, and so now our capacity right now is around 1.6 gigawatt both put together, and we are capable of manufacturing both the DCR modules with DCR cells as well as non-DCR cells. If you ask me, like, there are so many players in the module manufacturing, but Pixon stands out because of its assets, the financial strength, and the caliber of the people working for the Pixon.
You have mentioned about the capacities that are there. So can you please take us through the manufacturing facility that you are having?
Yes, so we have a manufacturing facility which is uh, uh, installed in a big area of 50 acres. So there we have two plants. One plant we have is for the solar module manufacturing, and then the second plant what we have is for the encapsulant manufacturing. So right now we are producing, in encapsulants we are producing EVA and POE. The total capacity is around 1.4. We are also considering one more line for the EPE that is being popularly used nowadays in Indian market for TOPCon glass to glass module. So that is on the board for the discussion right now. And in terms of a solar module manufacturing, right now we are only into the modules, and as I said, we have ability to produce monopuck, TOPCon, both the modules, glass to glass, as well as monofacial, both the type of modules, and right from 500 watt peak to 700 watt peak we can manufacture, and we are actually a right choice to partner for EPC business and also for the OEM business.
Uh, can you briefly also tell about the products that are there for the Indian market?
Yeah, so as I said, for the Indian market, the products that we have in solar modules, we have the monofacial modules from 500 watt peak to, let's say, 600 watt peak. We also have newly added line for the TOPCon glass to glass, which is supposed to be a most advanced manufacturing line today in the market, and the capacity of that line is 1 gigawatt. So all these products are available in the market. So like, we produce on our brand, as well as we are also open for the partnerships for the OEM brands, right? And we can also customize the products which are required by the our OEM partners or the tolling partners as per their needs.
Yeah, as you know, there are a lot of players that are there in the Indian market. So how you differentiate song with the products and with the other players that are there?
Yeah, so I will like to take this question from two perspectives. One is the financial strength of the company, and then the second thing is the robustness of the systems. Like there are so many players, but these are, I will say, most of the players that those were added were opportunistic because they see a opportunity and that's how they take it. However, company like Pixon is a serious player. It is not based out of opportunity, but it is based out of the goal that we want to serve for the Indian market.
As an Indian manufacturer, what are the challenges that you are facing? The government already is actively having policies that are conducive to the manufacturer, but still, what are the other things that you feel that the government should do?
Right. So Indian solar market is largely governed by the government policies and regulations, and you may be already aware that there has been frequent changes in the customs duty on the imported materials. And there has been a ALMM, ALMM 1 for modules, ALMM 2 for the sales, and likely ALMM 3 for the ingots and wafers. So this is one set of the regulations that we are talking about. Then there is also a DCR requirement which is coming into the picture. For all the government related solar projects, the DCR cell is must. So that is one, and that's how these solar cell capacity manufacturing capacities are getting added into the country. So as we speak, so 25 gigawatt of the solar cell capacities are in place, and during this year, hopefully another 23, 24 gigawatt of the capacities will be added. So as a country, we will be ready with 50 gigawatt. So to some extent, that concern about the DCR content for the government-backed projects will be taken care. So that is one set. Uh, so I see many more and more people will enter the solar cell business for next 2 to 3 years, till the time the market again gets saturated like a solar module. And then the next movement would be in a solar inverter and wafer. But unless that becomes a compulsion by the government, will not become a economically viable business, and so it will be largely governed by the government policies. Other than this, so this is on the backward integration side. So few years back, almost all the materials were imported. However, now there are many Indian players for solar cells, glass, aluminium. So yes, so that's a good part. Uh, so this is on the backward integration. On the forward integration, if we see, the module manufacturers also think of getting into the EPC, or now the tenders, whatever we are getting in the market for the EPC, they come with a RTC requirement, round the clock power, and that's where the battery energy storage system is getting into the picture, and there is a large focus onto this also. So I also see that the the solar manufacturers will now focus or shift their attention to the battery also. So this is, and all this is governed by the policies of the government.
Yeah. Finally, sir, how do you see Pixon contributing to the overall renewable goals that are there and even energy transition that is going on? So, how do you see Pixon
Yes,
contribute?
yes. So the renewable goals, one is of course which is defined by our Prime Minister. So 280 megawatt by 2030, and I think that it will happen much before that, from whatever is given that. So this goal will be revised. However, earlier we used to talk about 600 gigawatt, but then as per the new study which was published last year, the solar potential of the country is around 1500 gigawatt. So this boost will continue with the government support and the government focus. And so whatever the power is produced, that will be consumed. Because if you see the per capita consumption of the power with respect to the developed countries, India is far below, and there is a large scope to absorb that power. So this movement, I think, will continue. Now the role of Pixel. So we see this as a robust growth engine, a sustainable growth engine. However, what we manufacture, so that will keep on changing depending on the demand supply gap and the government policies. So yes, we are a serious player, and we believe in a robust and sustainable infrastructure for the manufacturing. We believe in investments which are robust, investment in people, investment in technology. We are not only the opportunistic solar manufacturer, and we will be participating in a solar manufacturing ecosystem for a long term. So that's where I see a role of Pixon to contribute to the sustainable goal for the country.
Yeah, thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for sharing the vision, and it was really nice interacting with you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.